Initially, when I first looked into these 1% payment plans, honestly, it was intriguing because what I pay 1% per month and I don't have any mortgage and no approvals, nothing regarding that. Sounded efficient to say the least, but only when I looked into the neighborhood and surrounding off-plan projects, that's when I understood I'd be paying 250,000 dirhams more just for the flexibility of the 1% payment plan. So today I'm going to share you exactly the sort of framework that I use to differentiate a smart 1% payment plan from just a marketing trap. So now what exactly is a 1% payment plan? See, normally in Dubai we have, the 70/30 payment plans and all of that. So for example, if I have like a 1.5 million property, I pay the 20% down payment and the rest payment until the construction is completed. I pay it in 1% payment plan, which is the main flexibility of that, and the rest 30% can be a bullet payment or a post handover. It sort of feels like a rent to own scheme, and that is exactly what appeals the first time buyers and the non-residents in Dubai who want to invest into Dubai. But what's the problem that comes in between? Well, there's mainly two. First thing, the price premium that I have to pay, and second thing, the limited flexibility with these deals. Just to give you a practical example, there's this one building in JVC. A one bed there costs 1.35 million. Okay, it's with the 1% payment plan included, and it's a total almost 7 years payment plan. So you get a long time. But when you check just across the street, same finishing, same sizes, and almost same furnishing, everything similar. Okay, there the units are almost 300k lesser, only because you get a sort of a stricter payment plan with a 70/30 payment plan, and you have bullet payments, everything there. So only for the 1% payment plan you'd be paying 300k extra, and that is the main price premium that comes with 1% payment plan. So that is like paying interest upfront for the unit that you're purchasing, and technically the interest is even more than what you'd pay in mortgage. Now, how do you actually disguise, how do you actually find out whether a payment plan is worth it or no? Basically, you follow the main four things. Firstly, check your entry price per square feet, because it doesn't matter if you're getting a big size, small size, where it's located, nothing. As long as the entry price per square feet is not good, your exit is basically not going to be there, or at least not in a profitable way. So always first check the price per square feet. If your entry price per square feet is comparable to the other off plan, or it makes sense for you to invest based on the ready price per square feet going on there, 100% you should invest in it. But if the price per square feet is inflated, like if I take the normal price per square feet is 1450 and I'm paying here 1600 to 1650, it's a no-go for sure, because by the end of the handover you have to basically make more than 200 dirhams per square feet in appreciation for you to even break even compared to the ready properties, right? So that is a main issue there. The second thing, majority of the times a developer doesn't let you flip the unit or sell the unit unless you have paid 30 to 50%. So basically what that means, let's say if you imagine you'll pay 20% down payment and later you're just gonna make few installments here and try to flip it, that's not going to happen, because the developer actually isn't going to allow you to get the NOC until like 40 or 50% is paid. So always make sure to check that. Third thing, now if you think that a good 1% payment plan is going to make your property more appealing in order to flip it or to sell it to the end user, sometimes what the developers do is that the 1% payment plan actually isn't transferable to the next person. So even though you might purchase it at 1% payment plan and sell it, the end user actually might not get a 1% payment plan, thereby hitting all your plans, and your exit strategy is basically ruined at that point. And the last but not least, there's a lot of developers that provide the 1% payment plan, but you have to check into their past. Was their handover on time? Were the snags good? And basically they had delays or no, and the construction quality also matters a lot. And at this point I can sort of help you, because I've made this whole list that has all the developers that provide the 1% payment plan, and I have noted down in the past 10 of their projects almost how much months delay was average and how much appreciation that they have actually made. This lets you analyze whether the developer that you're actually thinking of investing in is worth it or no, and that is the main seller. Now one more thing that is sort of like a suggestion from me to you, if you are going for a 1% payment plan, also make sure either the track record is good of the developer, or the payment plan should be linked to construction, because it has happened many times that you are paying monthly 1%, and even though you have paid like 70% of the amount or 60% of the amount, the property is basically just 60% constructed, and you still have a lot of time left for the handover and all. So even if you are thinking of investing in a 1% payment plan and you are willing to take the risk, at least make sure it's sort of construction linked. Although I know this is not very common in the market, but make sure this is there so that at the end of the day you have sort of like a peace of mind. Now see, honestly speaking, 1% payment plan aren't that bad if you are someone who is looking to just live in as an end user after the handover. For you it makes complete sense, okay? Or if maybe you're an investor who is looking into like 15 years, holding it for a long time basically, and you basically don't have a plan to sell and maybe rent it out, at that time also it makes sense, okay? So don't think it's always bad. It just depends on what your goal is and your exit strategy. So if your exit strategy is right, this could be the best deal for you. But if you are an investor who's looking to get the capital appreciation and then sell it on handover, or maybe you're looking to flip it within 2 years, or if your agent tells this and is selling you the property, trust me, that's not gonna happen. If you check any developer's track records, okay, whichever you're going with, just check their previous launched project, which was maybe launched like a year back, and check what are the transactions going there right now. I'll tell you, majority of these sell for original price or below original price even after 1 or 2 years. So make sure you do check that track record. Now before going, I'll give you my basic checklist, okay? First thing, check if the price per square feet is reasonable compared to the market standards. Second thing, check how much do you actually have to pay before you can resell it and get the NOC. Third thing, if you have a post handover payment plan, can you cover it with your rent? And the last thing, is the payment plan construction linked? Because if it is, you're gonna have a better peace of mind. And if any of these is sort of a red flag for you, I would suggest look into something else. So that's it for this video. Now if you want me to analyze your property, or if you want my analysis where I have gone in deep enough to understand how much appreciation have these top 3 developers who provide this 1% payment plan, how much appreciation they have gotten in the past 4 years. And let me tell you one surprising fact. One of these developers has basically not appreciated in the past 4 years. Okay, so that's surprising. And second thing, whether they have delivered on time, that also matters. And some of them has basically had a delay of minimum 6 months to a year. So if you want that, just drop me a message on this WhatsApp number and I'll get back to you.